How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Rurouni Kenshin 2023 episode review. Today's episode is episode 8, Beauty on the Run. And before you run out of here, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this one. After this long week, especially if you are a wrestling fan or a daytime game show fan or a fan of Batman the Anime Series, this is a nice little treat, right? Nice little treat of this episode. And this time, guys, I did something just for you. I looked and saw what was different between this and the OG anime, because I was under the impression that this was mimicking the manga through and through, which it is. So, where do I even start? I don't want to do character by character, but I'm trying not to just regurgitate play by play what happened. But you know what? Let's see what happens, right? So we open with Kanryu. Kanryu is just where Kenshin is left again. And Yahiko has to tell her that Sano had taken him to this gambling place named Shueisha. Almost sound like Shueisha, but Shueisha. And we do get some funny moments where she's imagining her putting a collar on Kenshin, because that's what Yahiko mentioned, and she's all blushing like, "Ayah!" And I love the fact that Yahiko's voice actor is a woman. So when she imitates her, when he imitates her, his voice goes to that perfect pitch that she did and says, "Don't give me no oh no." It's hilarious. We also get her later on, because I'll just wait now. When right before they come back, he says, "Man, if they really lost Major, they probably came back home. They're probably going to come back in their underwear." And then she's imagining Kenshin in a red loincloth that basically looks like his it's not really a kimono, but we'll call it a kimono. And she's like, I don't want that at all. "Yes, you do, Calro. Stop playing, girl. Stop playing." For someone that's supposed to be 18, she really is quite immature. I digress. She is 18. I digress. We do get another. Well, after this is another moment with her Kenshin, new character Megumi Takani. Yeah. Her and Sano. We'll get to that later. But she is genuinely concerned, especially later on when she tells Kenshin, "Eventually, you're going to tell me what all of this is about." But I trust you, especially when he declared that he wanted to protect her and not feel like he did with Jine. Because this episode opens up with it. I said open up with that, but it technically opened up with Kenshin remembering what Jine said. Us getting a small recap of the ending of that, right? Because I told you, that's major battle number one, baby. We about to come on major battle number 2 really soon. Oniwaban shoe. But before they come, let me continue going on with this. So, essentially, Sanosuke is using Kenshin's Hitamitsurugi eyes. Like, he's able to just see subtle movements to guess what the dice is. And if you've seen these before, what was this? This was shown in Samurai Champloo before. There's several other shows and several other. You can look it up. Where usually it's a woman with a binded chest that's rolling the dice underneath the cup, almost like you're playing Yahtzee, and you just gotta guess what it is. And in this iteration, like the manga, Kenshin guesses everyone right, and it's kind of like, "Sanosuke, did you really bring me here to use me for gambling? I thought you said that somebody was in need." And we do get a funny interaction where when Kenshi mentioned gambling being illegal, Sanosuke's like, "So is carrying that Sakabato you got there." He's like, "Dang." Now in the original anime from 1996, Kenshin called all of them wrong. I guess that was supposed to be comedic, but if you think about it, it would have been better if they would have said he called everyone wrong on purpose because he knew he was being messed with. But the fact that dude is able to say, "Oh yeah, that's Snake Eyes. Yeah, that's 5 and 6." Blah, that's more impressive there. But throughout all this, is good natured. Everyone there is friends. They're friends of Sanosuke. And when he mentions a candy seller, Yauta. Unfortunately, he has passed away earlier in the month because he inhaled too much opium. And I love the narrator. The narrator is probably my second or third favorite character, right? Because I love when they come in and they explain things. What was the other? There was another show that did that. And I know I'll review that one too. Spy Family does that. I like when Spy Family does that. And I think no. Mushoku Tensei does not do that. I know Spy Family for sure. I love when you get a narrator comes in and goes, by the way, this is what this is, just to keep you up to speed. Now, for those who are, you all know about the opioid epidemic, right? I use air quotes for that for a reason that I'm not going to get into, but the opioid epidemic, right? And opium is a narcotic used by drying the milky sap gathered from poppy seeds. And the problem with opium is you get heavy withdrawal symptoms, and so in this era, it is strictly prohibited, and it is called an evil nation destroying drug. You need doctor's permission to get opioid like things in our era, right? You need it because you can overdose and the withdrawal can hurt you. So, and another caveat to this, because it's forbidden, Kenshin also notes that, man, how can an everyday man like that get opium, especially given the fact that it's very expensive? Now, while this is going on, a woman's being chased. The woman eventually gets here, and she sees Kenshin with the blade, jumps on him and say, "Protect me." Two guys come in, one of them looking like fake Hamura, younger. Sanosuke took care of them. Just he's already pissed off about his friend having passed away and not knowing about it, right? So he's beating these guys up pretty quickly. And the one guy's saying, "Hey, we private army of what is this jerk's name? Kanryu Takeda." Now, apparently, Kanryu Takeda is an entrepreneur that lives on the outskirts of town who has come into a lot of money. Don't know how. Ooh, well, could it be connected to the opium? Could this woman be connected to the opium? Yes. I'm just gonna spoil it now. Yes. I mean, come on. We're not slow. We're smart here. We know this. And so someone is in the corner of this entire room. And I like that when the guy speaks, because when asking, did Megumi have any involvement with Kanryu, and she says no, I don't know this guy. I don't have any ties to this guy. The person in the corner, a ninja. Later on, we find out that his name is. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down too. His name's Ben something. Not Ben Amaru though. Anyway, dude has snake eyes, right? And I promise you, I'll find his name in a minute. But he was telling Mr. K, he's like, "Hey, I'm just here, for right now as a courtesy, saying you need to come back. Dude's gonna keep chasing after you, and next time I'll crush your ankles, right? I guess to make sure she doesn't run away." To make sure she doesn't run away. I really wish I would have found this guy. It's been something. It's been Hindini Maru or Panini Maru, whatever. Dude's name starts with a B. Oh, Bishimin, whatever. Bishaman, whatever. Bishimi, I had it right. So when two of Sano's friends come up, this dude does a move called Sengeki Rasenbyo, because he has these little drills and he uses his fingers as like a pistol and he flicks it. He flicks two, gets them. He's gonna flick Megumi. Kenshin does a tatami flip. Tatami are the types of layered straw mats that are in a lot of traditional Japanese homes. And if you remember tatami mat as an attack, it's also a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but tatami mat as an attack, Baiken from Guilty Gear does that move. Fun fact, Baiken is directly influenced by Rurouni Kenshin, by Kenshin Himura. bright hair, same color clothing. She has a scar. She has one eye, but she has the scar. She is a direct reference to him. Also, my favorite character from that series. I digress. But dude's thinking in his mind, he's like, yeah, it's gonna take more than that because my drills are super thick. And Kenshin already blocked it with the scabbard of his blade anyway. He's like, look, I don't know what this is about, but I'm not gonna stand by and watch people get hurt or get killed. And so both Kenshin and Sano they dude keeps talking trash, is ready to reload again. They come up and just bash him in the face. Kenshin bashed him with the blade, just knocked his butt out. Now in the original, the dude just kind of mentioned how strong they were and scuttled back up to the ceiling where Kenshin knows he came from. And after this, she's happy they're strong, wants to hire them and reward them. Sanosuke is a thug, so he grabs her by the arm. She's like, go with me, and spills packets. They're opium. The dudes who were friends with the dude that overdosed, right? Like, we saw those all around his place. That's opium. Throughout this episode, Megumi's not answering questions about it. Even later when they're doing quote unquote strategy, figuring out everybody that Kanryu has at his place, she's not talking about it. She's tight-lipped. So eventually they go back, and I told you Kaoru's gonna have a conversation with them. Sanosuke doesn't want Kenshin to mention why they brought her back, and just stops Kenshin from speaking and say, yeah, we won her. We won so much that they had to pay us with a lady. And now Kaoru thinks that Kenshin's involved with human trafficking, and Kenshin can't. That's not a good lie. So she looks at him like, is that true, Kenshin? Is that true, Kenshin? And he's like, it's true that it is, and gets punched in the face by Kaoru, who funny just goes, I expected that from Sanosuke, but not from you. What does that mean? You know what it means, dude. You know what it means. But in the original anime, she just punches him just because. Like, oh, you just showing up. I'm mad that you made me worry. Kapowie. Right in the face, right? Now, unfortunately, when trying to say Megumi can go home, she's like, no, I want to stay with him. I've taken a liking to him, and I'm never going to leave his side, him being Kenshin and holding him. Yahiko gets punched because he's like, hey, Kenshin, you good, my boy? After she says all this, Kaoru kicks them all out. And Sanosuke's like, good grief, why would you say all that? That's not true. Oh, no, I don't want to leave his side because pretty sure you all can protect me very, very well. So that wasn't a lie. But I was just teasing her because she does grill her and say, are you his girlfriend? Who are you in a position to say that I can't mean that I want to be beside him? Kaoru is very much your archetypical Sundry character. So that's how we get where we are right now. Someone runs to tell Sanosuke something's happened by the river, and it's a whole crowd. The two guys that he beat up earlier, they're dead. Megumi tells us, yeah, no, Kanryu kills those who fail him, which he's right across the bridge with one of the coolest damn characters of all of anime, Aoshi Shinomori. I don't know if I'm liking more characters that have birthdays close to mine. His birthday's in January, but he is so damn cool. Probably easily top 3 in this series. Right there with Kenshin. Top 3. Love this character. So I got to pull out my other notes, right? So it's him. We see broke nose, broke face, and we see the big guy. And Shinomori, Aoshi, already, him and Kenshin been locked eyes as soon as they get there. Kenshin like, who's this dude? And Shinomori goes to Bishimi. Hey, the guy that beat you up earlier, he have red hair and a cross-shaped scar. Yeah. They see each other. Eventually, Megumi sees them. There are Oniwaban Shu in the crowd. Someone named Hyoto. Obviously Hanya. Hanya has already tracked where they came from and knows where they're staying. Because he said, they made it tough for me, but I found them. So, Snake Eyes, this hidden character, and someone named Hyota, Hyoto. I think Hyoto is probably this big red ogre dude that we're going to see later. They all are going to go bring her back. And was it not Kanryu, but Aoshi is saying that he's giving Bishimi a second chance, and we get to experience how ruthless this Takeda Kanryu person is. He's saying, "You're nicer than I am. I can't afford to give second chances. So human trash that is utterly useless and fail me should be eradicated like the filth they are." So yeah, thank you for building up easy way to hate this guy. You all will hate him. They're probably not going to do this next episode given how this was paced out. But you guys will hate this guy, and if not next episode, 2 episodes from now. And so we get a wonderful. So Megumi tells Kenshin who that guy is. When Sanosuke wonders, is this dude part of the private army that this guy has? Because this guy's private army, the politicians and the Yakuza don't bother this man. That's how much they're scared. She's like, no, he's not part of that at all. He is the leader of a separate group known as the Oniwaban Shu. Shu can be directly translated into group. So when we do translations like an original, we call it the Oniwaban Group. Who or what is an Oniwaban Group? Well, Mr. Narrator did a wonderful job of explaining this to us. Pardon me. The Oniwaban Shu, there we go, our former Onmitsu. What is an Onmitsu? Well, Onmitsu were tricksters active during the Edo time. We would call them in modern era ninja or shinobi. So Onmitsu worked directly for the shogun and comprised of those who excelled in combat tactics and more than other forms of like espionage. And the genius Onmitsu, who became the head of the Edo Castle Oniwaban Shu, is Aoshi Shinomori, and he became the head of that at the age of 15 during the Meiji Revolution. This dude is nobody to play with. I promise you. I promise you. I'll spoil the hell out of this. If you like him now during this little Oniwaban arc, your faith has not been misplaced. This is probably one of the better characters written in that early 90s period. I promise you, I'm not over exaggerating. Very cool character. Very cool character. Right there with Saito Hajime. And I love me some Saito Hajime. So there's not gonna be a fight now, even though Bishimi wants to. It's like, no, this is Kanryu's like, there's a crowd. No, I don't want that. So they're gonna do it later. They go back, they got a plan. So the private army has 10 pages, 10 gunmen, 10 swordsmen, and 3 Yakuza. And then we got the Oniwaban Shu on the side. Kenshin shows this to Sanosuke. I already told you that Homegirl was dodging questions about opium. Kaoru was eavesdropping. Sanosuke basically tells her, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. Yahiko was hiding underneath the stoop. Their group, Megumi kind of gets flashes of her past. Looked like she was a little girl and there was 4 other people around her. Oh man, could it be that somebody died or betrayed her and this what made her into this opium woman? Who knows? For 60-40, that's probably what happened. So Kenshin also makes that, so she made that promise. Well, someone comes and breaks the front gate. In comes this big red ogre looking guy, Oni looking guy, with 2 little buck rat teeth just right there. Early than later. Oh, and so this is where it ends. Now, 2 more things I didn't mention that were different from the original. This episode, actually, in episode 8 in 96, 97, actually ended with a fight and someone being hurt and needed to be treated. This did not happen here. So that's probably going to happen in probably the first 10 minutes of the episode. Hopefully first 5 minutes. A lot of things happen in modern anime relatively fast and you don't realize it. And another thing is, we find out about her having opium early, like in the manga in this episode, where it happens late at the end of the original. So those are some differences. All in all, it's 4 out of 5. It hasn't. It's gonna peak. It's gonna get up there soon. Just man, major battle number 2 is coming, and I didn't realize it was gonna be coming that fast. I didn't realize it was gonna happen that fast. So very excited. It's 4 out of 5. Good episode. You're, you're not gonna want to miss any of these. There's no filler. Not just yet. I guess. It feels like my memory has betrayed me. Maybe there was filler after this before we got into what is that, to the Kyoto arc. Possibly. Maybe my old memory, maybe I'm having a Mandela effect and forgetting that, things followed a path, although different from the manga. All in all, I'm enjoying it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please hit that like button. It helps. I promise you it helps. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you be notified of more videos like this. We're trying to get up to that 500. We're halfway there. And after we get to 5, we're going to get to that 1K. I believe in us. I believe in us. Please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. Make sure you're staying safe out there and you're taking care. All right. All right. Drink your water. Breathe some fresh air. Remember that you're not alone in this world, that there are people out there that care about you. Reach out to someone. There's someone that'd rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. All right. All right. My social medias are in the description below. Feel free to give me a follow. I tend to ask questions like, what do you want to see? Genuinely, if I ever ask that in any of these videos that you watch, drop a comment down below. Are there other anime that you guys think I should be reviewing? Or would you like me to review some mangas that haven't gotten animes yet that deserve it? Let me know. Leave a comment down there for that as well. Until next time, guys, I'm Shane. Can't wait to see you again. Oro?